I'm fed up of seeing poor old Britney Spears on YouTube
Dancing.
every fucking day.
Save Britney.
I know. I feel so
It's
sorry
you know,
for her.
it's sad.
Poor little
Very,
thing.
very sad.
Yeah. Very sad indeed.
It's heartbreaking.
It is.
Hello best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having the most incredible day. This is the first time that you're watching my channel. My name is Sebastian and I welcome you all. It looks like my hair is on fire, doesn't it? Bitch, it's a candle. Welcome back. If you are new, I spill pop culture tea every day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So why don't you grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button, because we gotta talk about Britney Spears. Ay Dios mío, listen, what in the living room residency is going on here? So, okay, this is something that I feel very passionate about, and I feel like we're gonna, I wanna just kind of excuse myself from the very beginning in case I go off the deep end, just because I have a lot of thoughts about this. So the Osbournes have a podcast, which, girl, I had no idea. The Osbournes have a podcast, and I'm like, okay, girl, I didn't know this. Osbournes were the first, family of reality TV. They started it all. I could not name one Ozzy Osbourne song, not to be hateful. I just don't know. I'm not like a rock person. And I could, though, give you some Kelly Osbourne songs, because like Papa Don't Preach, One Word, Come Dig Me Out, Shut Up. I mean, she has some good songs. Like, I know a lot of people wanted to hate on Kelly Osbourne, but like the music that she was putting out, it was good. Just recently, I found like her first album on Spotify, and I was like, oh, obsessed. So anyways, they basically said in their podcast that they were Ozzy said this, that he was very sad to see Britney Spears dancing every fucking day. Ooh, best friend, I never thought I would see a feud between the Osbournes and pop queen, living legend, icon, born December 2nd, 1981, Britney Jean Spears. Well, listen, best friend, the Osbournes, they spoke about Britney on their podcast, which, girl, I had absolutely no idea they even had a podcast, but go off. So listen, this is what they said.
I'm fed up of seeing poor old Britney Spears on YouTube
Dancing.
every fucking day.
Save Britney.
I know. I feel so sorry.
It's sad.
Poor little
Very,
thing.
very sad.
Yeah. Very sad indeed.
It's heartbreaking.
It is.
So, best friend, obviously, the Britney army, when we hear anything in the slightest of negativity towards Miss Britney Spears, we go off, we go all the way, capital OFF, bitch, okay? Well, listen, we're not the only ones who got a little bit upset. Britney Spears also got, hurt and upset, and this is what she had to say. She said, have you guys ever seen the movie Serendipity with Kate Beckinsale? Well, let me tell you, if you haven't, you definitely should. I adore Kate, especially because she's from London. I realized how incredibly cruel people were talking about her IG, saying she needs more age-appropriate content. She's in her 50s, and I thought it was pretty badass how she responded with a mini bow in her hair, looking literally 4 years old. Not as bad as some of my comments saying, it's sad that I'm as old as I am and I'm dancing every single day on my IG. Number one, I hardly ever dance, and number two, I'm not poor at all. Yes, honey, I have more ligature in my left toe than any grown man or woman on earth. If you don't believe me, how long do you think I should keep this going for? In my transparent opinion, wealth and health, it isn't relied solely on cash in your bank account, which I have lots of that too. It relies on my quest in my own effing interest in how I demonstrate and serve back these wise ass assholes, just as Kate did. I taught dance class last week to a couple of teenagers. A lot of the kids were too thin and some were too big. I know what it's like to be judged, so it's ridiculous and stupid subject initially, but I think it's important to help each other and invite each other to places that help our souls grow. It's good to see others doing painting class, dance class, What have you seen lately? What are you gonna do to help someone out and bring their dreams to life besides being like me and Kate's haters saying we're too old or don't have appropriate content? Do you think perhaps they might be offended by what they see? Would a condescending approach be better, like inviting those exact people to my class and let them see how my students and are nourishing and living their lives? It's good for the soul, yet frankly, it's not condescending at all. It's being a smartass, and damn, those are usually pretty attractive. On the flip side, those are actually people that do help others out and mean well, that don't embarrass or demoralize another. I personally believe that being vulnerable enough to ask someone for inspiration or help is incredibly beautiful. But ironically, in the world we live in, with how incredibly cruel people can be, and you have to be extremely careful who you allow in your circle and your heart. I'm going to do a photo shoot with Kate and tell the Osbourne family, who is the most boring family known to mankind, to kindly fuck off. Ooh, what in the baby? One more time. Oops, I did it again. Britney in the zone. Greatest hits, my prerogative. Blackout circus, femme fatale. Britney Jean glory is going on here. Listen, don't mess with Britney. That's all I gotta say about that. So listen, right? I will say that Britney Spears on Instagram has definitely caused a divide in a lot of people. A lot of people, like for example, even people in my life who know I love Britney. You know, just recently I went to Colombia and I saw my friends and my family and stuff. And they all asked me like, hey, what's up with your girl Britney? Like, is she okay? Like her, you know, her Instagram was a little kooky, you know. Almost every single person that I have encountered that doesn't really know about Britney or her struggles or what she's gone through say the same thing. Maybe not meaning to sound mean, but I've heard it. I'm sure you've heard it too. Now, I always say the same thing when people say this to me. I always say, look, everything on social media, you are so used to seeing perfection on social media. You are used to seeing aesthetic pleasing things on social media. Britney Spears does not follow any social media rules. Britney Spears is on a league of her own. She loves to dance. She has said many times that dancing is her therapy. Her family, aside from everything that they did, took away her love, her passion, and her joy for music, for performing, for being on stage. They ruined that for her. This is all she has that connects to that. Britney Spears is still an entertainer, still a performer, and I'm sure she still loves to show that off. And that is why I believe she does Instagram. Now, do I wish that Britney Spears would not be on Instagram? Yes. I wish that she wasn't on Instagram. The reason is I hate the things that people say about Britney. It makes me so upset. For the most part of me says, who cares what people think? Who cares what people say? Absolutely, I understand that. But deep down inside, I really care, because people don't take the time to realize everything Britney's gone through. If they only took a second to read her book or to hear her court case, hear her words in court, see everything, educate themselves on it, I'm sure they would feel a different way. I don't really care if Britney is dancing on her head, spinning around, singing La Macarena. If she feels like in that moment, that's what she has to do to get by through the day, or it brings her joy, let her do it. You know? People often compare her for the old Britney, if you will. The slave for you, oops, whatever Britney. We all have eras in our lives, right? We all have different moments in our lives where we might be on top, bottom, medium, but I'm always a bottom bitch, but quite change the subject. You know, life is a roller coaster, right? And I think that we have to remember that it applies to Britney as well. And just because you may think that she's not on top because she's not in the Slave for You days, doesn't mean that she's not on top in her mind. Doesn't mean that she's not doing good in her personal life, you know? So it saddens me that she gets so heavily criticized. People are so used to the Kardashian perfection and the perfect aesthetic pleasing of it all that they forget that these people are human. Britney's not into showing and pretending that everything is perfect. She will call out a bitch if she has to. She will dance her little heart out. She will show us all of her online shopping order, clothing montage. I just feel like let her. I feel like just fucking let her. Who cares? Do you know, like, what does it do to you? I wish and I hope that Britney knows that there's a large group out there who love her, who don't care what she does, as long as she's safe, as long as she's happy, as long as she's surrounded by people who love her. Who the fuck cares if she's dancing on Instagram? Who the fuck cares if she, puts the same video out 5 times? Who cares? Let her. Let the bitch. And regarding the Osbournes, I mean, I just feel like you ate a bat. There's a lot of things that your daughter, Kelly Osbourne, has said that is a fucking mess. Sharon has been a mess. All of you have been a mess. I don't know. I don't and cannot put money on anybody on their high horse saying anything negative about anybody else. Okay? So if you're so tired of seeing her on Instagram, Ozzy, block her. Simple as that. Look, I found the solution for you. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. Britney, we love you so much. And, just be yourself. Who cares what anybody says? And, this is a process that she's going through. And I feel like if you really love Britney, you're just going to let her be. And I just feel like that's the most important thing, is just letting people be and letting people express themselves the way they want to express themselves. And, she's not hurting anybody. It's not like she was drinking under the influence like Justin Timberlake, okay? She's not hurting nobody. He could have hurt many people. She didn't. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, Britney. We are rooting for you always. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.